Alright, we finna go through some crazy YouTube short Zach D films. Zach D films. Let's see what's going on.
A doctor threads a needle through your wound and pulls it tight to close the skin. As the stitches hold the edges together, the wound becomes inflamed as new cells begin to repair the tissue. Afterwards, connective tissues and collagens start to create skin. Then, blood vessels form to nourish these developing tissues, filling in the area. And over a few weeks, the wound will have healed together and the stitches are removed. When you get stitches,
you know, that was disgusting as but low-key, it's crazy that we like low-key just like regenerate, bro. You can cut off a big piece of skin and it just grows back. Is that not a crazy concept, bro? I'm not gonna
if you get a splinter, most people just go ahead and pull them out. But sometimes they get lodged so deep into your skin that you can't reach them. If the area gets infected, it will start to sweat.
Yo, when was the worst time y'all had like a splinter? Bro, I remember I used to go to my grandparents' house in Mississippi, and they had this wooden like fence, right? And they would, my granddad would always ask me to help him out, and every single time I did, I would get splinters because like the wood was like rotting it. Bro, I hated that, man. I ain't gonna lie, splinters was worse. Or like, no, I would be my school had a lot of mulch, right? So whenever like we would play football like on the grass, and like this would fall, they would just fall into the mulch. It was weird. The way the playground was built, it was weird. And niggas would get like big ass splinters.
Well, as pus forms under the skin. This creates pressure around the splinter that can sometimes push it upwards towards the skin's surface.
Why is this just so
and
visual,
if you're
though?
lucky, after a certain period of time, your body could have completely removed it from your skin. Have you ever noticed how odd the McFlurry Spoon is? Well, some people think it's supposed to work like a straw, but you only have to try that once to realize it does not work.
Bro, I feel like I shouldn't have seen that. It Lowkey feels like a behind
The
scenes,
true
bro.
reason for these weird spoons is actually pretty genius. You see,
Okay.
McDonald's didn't want to clean their beaters after every McFlurry, so instead, they designed a spoon that would also work as the mixer. Have you ever noticed how
But the ice cream machine never works though, so this is kind of irrelevant. It's kind of irrelevant. The ice cream machine never works, so who cares? Like what?
if you shot a bullet at ancient armor, some people think it could actually stop the impact. But armor like chainmail was designed to block slashing swords, and plate armor was even better at deflecting strikes.
I'm not gonna lie, the medieval times used to be going through hell. Imagine like going to war on the battlefield and you just get like, bro, and all you got to defend yourself is a sword. So you dead ass have to be sword dueling in the battle. Like, bro, I know the injuries would be horrible. Because with a gun, at least, like, you feel me, if you get shot good enough, bro, you're just instantly dead. With a sword, bro, they got to keep on hacking and hacking. So they'll cut off an arm first, then they're going to cut off a leg, then they're going to cut off a toe or some shit. And if you get the, and God forbid somebody try to decapitate you, bro. Because I'm letting y'all know right now, I learned this in high school. Whenever people will, like, you feel me, aim for the head and, like, nigga, hit you in the head, you wouldn't automatically just get impaled. So, like, they'll, like, strike you in the side of the neck, and then they'll take that bitch out and then keep on striking you. So you just feel the pain until your head is gone. It's crazy. I'm not gonna lie.
By spreading the blunt force across more area, lessening its impact. But these materials weren't very good at stopping arrows, which had enough energy to enter the armor, so a bullet would have no trouble going right through.
That heavy ass armor for no reason. Shit.
If you somehow removed all of the blood vessels in your body and tied them together, you might think it would be about this long. But the human body has thousands of these tiny vessels that weave in and out of every body part.
Okay.
And with all of them combined, if you started in New York, your blood vessels would make it all the way to the Grand Canyon. It would go on to reach all the way across the Pacific.
Bro, that's crazy. All of that shit is in our body. Like what?
Pacific Ocean, over Japan, Asia, and all of Europe. And not only would it make it all the way back to your starting point, but it would be able to make this trip 2 to 4 times.
There's no fucking way. What? You're telling me I got that many blood cells in my body? Bro, what?
Over. If you
The
somehow
human body is crazy. I'm not gonna lie. The more and more you learn about it, bro, the more and more like it just freaks me
When
out.
a doctor gives you
We
a
might be
shot,
aliens,
they can
low-key.
sometimes accidentally push the needle all the way through your vein, which
Okay.
ends up puncturing both sides. Once the needle is removed, it leaves 2 holes in the vein. And before the body can thicken the blood and seal these holes, it bleeds into the surrounding.
Oh, so like I'm suing now. Like I'm getting lawsuit money. Like I am winning the lawsuit and never having to work again. So yeah, that's what's gonna happen, right? After I survive, right?
In tissues. This leaked blood forms a dark, tender area under the skin, creating bruises and splotchy areas. When a doctor gives you a
Okay, so nothing happens?
Have you ever wondered how this trick is done? It's one of those things where you know he can't actually be making the salt disappear, but it's still confusing to look.
If you lose one of your adult teeth, the bone where the tooth once was can start to deteriorate. To prevent further damage, a dentist will fill the cavity with a synthetic material that mimics real bone. Once filled, a metal bracket is secured on top and the incision is closed. After the graft has healed, a large implant post is inserted into the new bone. Then a small metal
Bro, it's so crazy how much hardware
piece is screwed in and a porcelain tooth is secured on top.
Nigga, think about, all of that shit's in your jaw. If you have like a crown, all of that shit's in your jaw. That's crazy. That looks painful as shit. No, I'll be so glad when the doctors put me on anesthesia, bro. That shit look painful as hell.
If you accidentally
Oh,
touched
whoa. No.
when a honey
No. Hey,
bee stings a human, they actually get stuck for a while and can't leave. And this is because their stinger is barbed, which means it can't retract once it's lodged into something. But once the bee
Why are they built like that, bro? That low-key nerf
He
string.
finally pulls away, its insides get ripped out because the stinger
So that's why they die.
stays in the skin. This leaves the bee without some of its internal organs, resulting in its death. When a honeybee
So whenever they sting a nigga, they really nerfing, they really killing themselves, bro. So if a bee stings you, that means it really does hate you. It hates you with a fucking passion. It hates you to the point so much that it's willing to die because of its hatred. That's dark, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Shit.
Have you ever wondered about this little dangly thing at the back of your throat? Well, even
Ain't that like my tonsils or some shit? Or like my gag reflex? Or the hoes gag reflex?
though
I
it
don't know.
looks like a miniature punching bag, it actually serves a handful of important functions.
Okay,
You see,
talk to
when
me.
you
Besides getting infected and making me have a sore throat.
swallow food, this thing called a uvula actually swings backwards to prevent the food from going up your nose. It's also constantly producing saliva to keep the throat moist, which aids in swallowing. And because there's a tiny muscle inside the uvula, it can move around, which helps you speak. Have you ever wondered?
Okay. Interesting.
If you're trapped in the trunk of a vehicle, you should immediately start searching for the glow-in-the-dark release hatch. If you don't
They have those? Trunks have like eject buttons? What?
see the latch, don't panic. Trunks are not airtight, so there's no risk of running out of oxygen. Try feeling around the edges of the trunk for a handle. This may allow you to release the seat back.
Now, I knew that, right? I knew that, but like, bro, there's no way in like new cars it's still like
last
that.
resort,
Maybe it's some
kick
old
out
movies.
one of the brake lights. This small
That's smart.
opening will allow you to signal for help.
Nigga, imagine being on the road and seeing like an arm come out of like out of a moving car. Like, nah, bro. I'm gonna be tweaked out. I'm not gonna lie, bro. That shit crazy.
Imagine waking up in a coffin and realizing that you were mistakenly buried alive.
That is my worst fear. That is for sure my worst fear. Imagine being buried alive and nobody knows. And like now you're just in like a tight box and like not enough like breathing. You can't really drink. If you shit or pee, you're gonna shit yourself and pee yourself. Like, that gotta be the worst. Like, nah, I don't think there's anything worse than that, bro. You literally have to wait until you die.
alive. Now, this
you can't call for help either.
wouldn't happen with the medical guidelines we have today. But in the 19th century, old coffins were found with scratch marks on the inside.
That is scary, bro.
Making this a legitimate concern. So as a solution, they started adding strings inside the coffins that traveled up to the ground and were connected to a little bell.
All that just because you can't poke around a little bit to see if somebody died?
And if you woke up underground in a coffin, you could just ring the bell, signaling that you're still alive.
That's creative as shit. But there's so many better options or alternatives to work with that, bro.
If you get a skin tag, some people,
Nah,
if you're stuck in a water slide that's filling up with water, most people think they should try to climb back up. But the slippery surface makes this nearly impossible. Instead,
Okay.
focus on staying calm and try to create space for air by tilting your head back. If water keeps rising, use your hands to push yourself forward. If you can't move, brace yourself as the water fills the slide entirely. Once the pressure equalizes, you may be able to push forward and float to safety.
I would never be in this situation, but all right. Okay, a few more of these and we finna get off this shit.
Have you ever wondered why the letter E isn't used to grade? Teachers use A, B, C, D, and F, but they skip E. Why is this? Well, the answer is actually pretty simple. You see, back in the day, schools did use the letter E, but in the 1930s, they decided to stop after students and parents thought that it meant excellent. It was quickly replaced.
What? E for excellent? Oh, okay, for grading scales, I understand that. But at the same time, bro, who really cares?
With F, because F for fail.
They should really make it reversed. Like, E is excellent, D is decent, C is what would C be? What would C be? Crap, I guess. Nah, it has to be average. So C is like average. Would you do that? B is booty and A is ass. That's what should that's what the grading scale should be.
Made more
C could be better. That's fire.
sense. Have you ever wondered why the letter
The soldier's foot would break through a hidden bamboo
I would literally cry myself to sleep if I survived. I already know what this video is going to be about. Them Vietnamese hidden traps. Yo, if y'all nigga. But back in the Vietnam War, them Vietnamese people, bro, they would literally build traps where you step into it and then it will be instant spikes cooking your shit. Or you'll step into it and you'll just fall into a pit of snakes. It will be horrible.
slat and into a hole if they stepped onto a cartridge trap. Inside, a bullet was positioned on top of a nail that was fastened to a wooden board. And when the soldier's foot hit this shell, it pushed the nail into the primer. This caused the shell to suddenly explode and shoot back up.
Oh, no. I feel that.
The soldier.
Nah, bro, I feel that shit.
If you plucked out a single strand of your hair, it could hold about 40 pennies without breaking. But if you braid just half of all your hair into a rope, the combined strength could hold up a large SUV.
Bro, our hair is that strong? I'm not gonna lie, the thing about Zach D Films, he really be teaching me, bro. I be learning more from his videos than I be learning from the schools and shit.
And if you add in all of your hair into the rope, it could withstand about
what y'all think y'all hair holding up, chat?
15 metric tons, which is about the weight of a young gray whale.
My hair's strong
If you
as shit.
plucked out a single
my hair's strong as shit. It can hold up like a whole it can hold up the White House if I really need it to. My nigga, I ain't gonna lie. Cloud's dreads could hold up the universe. Real shit. Bob Marley's hair holding up the earth. Why am I stuttering so bad? A young gray whale at least.
A few days ago, I showed you how this trick was done, and I was wrong. This is how I originally explained it.
Okay,
Cane,
talk to me.
Base, rods, back brace, harness. All that's
Bro, I've always wondered how them the magicians be doing them tricks though. Like some of them tricks be crazy as shit. They be like very advanced. It's like, bro, how are you
Left
doing
for the
it?
magician to do is
Especially like this. Like, how is this even possible? I don't see no stand.
use his core strength to pull his legs up. Well, this magician, known as Special Head, left a
Bro got
comment
crazy
on
core
my
strength?
TikTok. He also made a response video proving that my
But at the same time, that much?
theory is wrong. There appears to be no base or harness. In fact, Special Head has some other videos online where he just touches someone's head and levitates. So what's going on
Nigga, that nigga's core can literally do whatever, bro. That's crazy, man.
here? What's the real
Imagine
explanation
having
to
that
this
strong
trick?
core.
The answer is that I have no idea. A few
Hey, some people are just meant to be exceptional, bro. That shit aura. I ain't gonna lie.
If you chip a piece off of your tooth, a dentist might shave down the
Nigga, where did the piece go? Into his body? Hell no.
surrounding area. Then a bonding material that matches
Yo,
your
y'all ever chipped y'all tooth, bro, before? Low key, I remember one time, sophomore year, I was eating some good ass food. I think it was some rice and chicken with some lime on the side, bro. That shit was bust. Nigga, I was enjoying that shit. I was cooking up, eating up, whatever. Nigga, I think I turned and to look at my bro because he said some funny shit. Nigga, I bit down on straight metal fork, bro. That shit, like a small part of my tooth chipped off. I was like, what the fuck? That shit hurt, bro. That shit hurt. But I don't think I ever got it fixed though, because it wasn't enough to like really kill me, but it was bad. My teeth are huge. Okay, bro. I ate a burger and chopped my tooth. That felt so disgusting. How did you chip your tooth eating a burger? Was there bones in that shit? I bit a fork. Biting a fork is like the most, like, I guess, normal way of doing it, bro. Besides, like, getting hit bad.
tooth color is applied and shaped to match the original appearance. Once the shape is near perfect, a special light hardens the material.
Some burgers got seeds on the bun, but at the same time, them seeds are not. There's no way those seeds are hard enough to, like, chip a piece of your, like, nah, bro. McDonald's got crazy hard burgers. Okay, McDonald's don't serve real food. That shit's GMO. The fuck? Why you eating? Yo, go to Wendy's or something. Nah, Nick, I just told y'all to not go to McDonald's. Go to Wendy's. It's the same fucking shit. Just go somewhere better.
Making it as durable as the tooth. Finally, the dentist polishes the tooth to blend it seamlessly with the others. If you stepped on a World War II landmine,
Already know your feet's gonna get blown up, your legs gonna get blown up, your dick gonna get blown up, all of that.
3 prongs hidden just beneath the surface would
ain't
immediately
gonna have no
sense
booty
the
hairs.
pressure.
All of
This
that shit
pressure
gone.
would release a striker pin, activating a fuse. Then an initial explosion propels the mine upwards, reaching about waist height. In the air, the fuse
Nah, I'm sorry, I just seen a crazy chat. GMO is a natural thing, dumbass. Angel, the shit literally says genetically modified. How are you that stupid?
reaches the main charge inside, causing the mine to explode. The casing shatters, ejecting metal fragments at high speed.
So, okay, hold on, bro. When you step on this shit, it blasts through your foot and then goes in the air and explodes like a boogie bomb. What? Them engineers was going crazy, putting up Welt numbers.
Speeds in all directions. If you stepped on a world...
What?
If you touch a cactus...
Okay, first off, this is your first issue. Why the fuck are you touching a cactus? That's your first mistake. Why are you cutting that? Why are you touching it?
You'll probably get the spines stuck in your skin. And if you try to pull them out, you can actually break them off in your flesh because they're so fragile. So instead, you should apply a layer of glue over the area. Once it is...
Okay. Let's speak in hypotheticals though. Let's say I touch a cactus, right? I'm probably in the middle of the desert. Where the fuck am I finna find glue? Let's keep it a beam. Where am I gonna find glue, right? Okay, first problem. Second problem. When I don't find the glue, right? Because I'm not finna have glue on me. Nobody just carries glues on you, right? I am finna be in so much pain that even if I did have glue, I'm not gonna be thinking to use the glue. I'm finna be screaming around, wailing, like crying like a baby. I'm gonna be honest. When you get home, brother, there are needles in my hand. How am I finna get home? Bro, I will die. I will die of pain and fear and being a bitch. I'm gonna keep it a beam. I ain't gonna lie. The pain numbs itself, dumbass. Bro, you're saying that until you get 5, like 10, 18 prickly things in your hand. You're not gonna go numb. You're gonna pass out before you do that. Let's keep it a beam. It doesn't hurt that bad when they go in. Do you know, did you get cactus in your hand? I'm not gonna lie, bro. Just react? Okay, bro. Nigga told me to shut up and just watch the
is dried, quickly peel it off in a smooth motion. This will pull out the spines evenly, causing them to stay intact. If you touch...
I just feel like that will never happen.
Do you notice something weird about how Putin walks? He swings his left arm freely, but his right arm seems like it's stuck to his side.
I already know what's gonna happen. He has a gun tucked into his right hand. No. Matter of fact, no. Putin's right or left hand is a robot. It's robotic. It's not real. And like whenever he shakes a person's hand, he can low-key, either like, you feel me, if he don't like them, what he could do is like his hand will turn into like a gun and it will just blam your ass. Like it's like on some, you feel me, on some real, you feel me, on some cool shit. You feel me? Crazy.
Some people have speculated that because this is a sign of early Parkinson's, Putin might be at risk. But the real reason he walks this way has nothing to do with his health. Putin was a KGB officer for 16 years, and in the KGB manual, it spells out the specific way officers should walk so they can always be prepared to handle their weapons. This style of walking perfectly describes the way Putin walks today.
Boring. He has a gun in his hand. It's mechanical, and it will blast your head off if you try that nigga. I ain't gonna lie, nobody be gambling around him.
Long-term KGB officers also seem to walk the
0
same
out of
way.
10 yapping? Shut up.
When you use a Derma Roller, it pushes a bunch of
Why y'all call him a clanker?
tiny needles into your face, creating small punctures across the surface. Your brain perceives these small holes as wounds, which triggers your body's natural healing response.
Okay.
The body then sends out cells to make collagen and elastin, which helps your skin stay firm and stretchy. Over time, these cells strengthen the skin, giving a firmer and more youthful appearance. When you use a
Low-key, I'm not gonna lie, I've been looking at my sides and my like edges. I'm not gonna hold you, bro. It might be that time to get that Derma Roller out, bro. Like, bro, I'm not balding or receding, but like I'm seeing signs of it. So like it might be that time that I gotta invest and get that strawberry mint oil. That strawberry hair growth oil. Y'all remember that trend back like last year when that guy literally took over TikTok because he had that strawberry mint hair growth oil? Niggas got mad that he was scamming niggas because he was using minoxidil the whole time. And then he went to Turkey. That was a time.
If you swallowed a watermelon seed, some people think that it could potentially sprout in your stomach, meaning you'd literally be growing a watermelon.
Well. Niggas' greatest dream. Instead of eating the watermelon, he become the watermelon. Well. I'm playing. That's crazy.
Inside of you. Now, this is obviously not true.
Why do you just
Your
think
stomach
that?
acid would dissolve the seed before it had time to grow. But there was a case of a man who swallowed a pea that ended up going down the wrong way. And months later, after being rushed to the hospital because of breathing problems,
had a whole pea in his
doctor
chest?
discovered that the pea had been ingested in the man's lung.
Hell
and because
no.
lungs are warm and moist, the pea was able to split open and sprout into a plant.
GG's. I ain't gonna lie, that nigga. Yo, RIP. I ain't gonna lie. There's no way you surviving that. Cause how are they finna break into your lungs and take that shit out? Yeah, that nigga died.
The army ant is placed on the wound and
Oh, hell
positioned
no. I've
so
seen
its
this before.
jaws clamp tightly on the edges,
Lowkey a W method,
securing
though.
them together. Then the ant's body is twisted off, leaving its head and mandibles in place, which acts as a stitch. More are added.
Okay, I know the African tribe was doing some shit like this, bro.
Depending on the size of the wound. And these ant stitches are left
already
in
knowing.
the skin until the
The
edges of
village doctor was abusing this method. He had a plethora of army
the
ants.
wound stay closed on their own.
I ain't gonna lie. Shout out to my African brothers in here.
When you pump gas in your car, there's this tiny hole connected to a valve that sucks in air. This air intake keeps the fuel flowing smoothly as it fills your car. But as soon as the tank...
Niggas in the chat talking about, nigga, don't slander my tribe. I can't defensive. Okay, let me stop. That was a bad joke.
Is full, the gas covers this hole, stopping the airflow and creating a vacuum inside. And this change in pressure triggers the pump to stop the flow.
So that's how the automatic thing works. I'm not gonna lie. This is low-key one of the greatest inventions of all time. Because, bro, before this, when the guy was pumping gas, bro, he would just have to eye that shit, bro. So it could potentially you could start leaking gas and shit, and that could be dangerous, and you could waste money.
Of gas.
You're just lazy? Okay, so do you pump your gas, like, you feel me, automatically? No stopgap and no nothing? Nigga, don't do that bullshit, nigga. The fuck?
You know the equal sign in math? Well, back in
Y'all be acting like y'all Superman and shit.
the day, people actually wrote is equal to instead. And mathematician Robert Ricord was getting tired of writing it over and over. So in 1557, he started using two horizontal lines instead.
Why horizontal lines, though? Maybe because it was parallel.
He figured since the two lines were the same size, they were equal to each other, which made it the perfect
That's
symbol for
hard.
equality.
That's hard, low-key.
You know the equal sign in...
That's low-key hard. I like that.
If an octopus loses some of its limbs and then somehow makes it back into the ocean, you...
I'm not gonna lie, if I cut off an octopus legs or limbs, I am making sure I can eat the whole octopus, tentacles and all. There is no way that nigga's getting back to the ocean.
might think it would die from the open wounds, but they have an ability that allows them to quickly seal the cut before it becomes infected. Once the wounds begin to heal,
I'm not gonna lie, bro. Before you seal that cut, I'm eating the cut. I'm gonna keep it a bean buck 30.
new cells can start to reconstruct
Killing the
missing
motherfucker too
limb.
first. Yo, imagine, I don't understand why, like, people just don't kill seafood before they cook it. I understand that, like, when you kill it, it, like, releases some toxins, bro. But I'm like, oh, nigga, at least, yo, have some humanity, bro. Have some humanity, bro. Come on, man. Shit. Like, certain things like crawfish, okay, game is game, bro. I ain't gonna buy they bugs anyways. But with crabs, bro, tell me while I was on TikTok, I seen this lady, like, I seen this lady dump a whole blue crab in the air fryer and just fry that motherfucker to death. I'm like, jeez. That's serial killer tendencies, bro. Give it the honorary. Come on, bro. Shit. Damn.
And after several weeks, new fully functional tentacles regrow.
All octopuses are aliens, I promise you.
If an octopus, they opened the pallet of ammunition only to find it was full of Tootsie Rolls. You see, Tootsie Roll was a code name for mortar rounds, which the Marines desperately needed.
Okay.
But the radio operator who received the order didn't know that, and
That nigga got fired that day, bro. He lost his job. There is no way. You are in the army, and you think when niggas say, yo, we need some Tootsie Rolls, they mean chocolate candy. What are you talking about?
sent the actual candy instead.
That's stupid.
At first, the Marines were angry, but the sub-freezing temperatures had frozen all their food, and the candies ended up sustaining them over the next few days.
Hey man, low-key. That's one of the moments where God got your back. You messed up bad, but low-key, he kinda, you feel me, he kinda saved you.
They even used them to plug bullet holes by warming them up and letting them freeze in place.
That is scary that it freezes up like that. It's supposed to be edible. That is crazy.
And eventually, the real mortar rounds did arrive. They opened the
I'm not gonna lie, AW, shit. How did they even get access to Tootsie Rolls on the battlefield? Bro, it's the U.S. Army, man. They have access to anything they want, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Yo, all of your tax dollars go to that army. They have they could end the world if they wanted to, bro. They could get aliens butt booty naked, oiled up, twerking if they wanted to, bro. I'm keeping it in the bean, bro. I'm not talking about Hispanics. That's a horrible joke.
If you shoot at bulletproof glass, the outer layer
They got access to you, gang? No, they don't. They ain't got access to me. Oh, shit. Nigga, I don't know about y'all. Hey, they got access to y'all, not me though. Shit, hey. Never that.
Absorbs the impact and shatters. But under this is a tough plastic sheet that acts as a web catching the shattered glass. The energy is then evenly distributed across the surface, which reduces the bullet's force. And if that isn't enough to stop it, there's another layer of glass backed by more plastic that ensures the bullet would not make it all the way through.
All these layers just to stop one tiny bullet. It's crazy, man. I'm not gonna lie. Hey, bro. One day, maybe I'll be riding in one of these, and I'll be getting shot at, and yeah.
If you took
Cloud booty finished. You're getting drafted to World War III. Bunch of, what? One butt booty naked alien 9. What are y'all saying in my chat?
out one of your bones and somehow molded it into a chunk about this big, you might think it would be completely crushed under the weight of a car. But human
this thought has never came into my brain ever. What are you talking about?
bones are actually made of a tough mix of minerals and a stretchy protein called collagen. And this makes them so strong that a single cubic inch can support the weight of nearly 5.
Yet you break as soon as I try to hit a quick little combo in basketball. Yo, how come a big ass car can't make you break, but when a nigga hit me with a my ankle break like my ankle start doing a stanky leg like I'm silent toe and it break this shit. Like what the hell? What? Come on, bro. You feel me? Yo, Kyrie Irving hit me with one move and now, you feel me, I'm in the hospital? Like, what? Huh? But it could withstand the whole car. Come on, bro. That shit crazy.
Standard cars.
Because it got structural integrity since it's small, solid block. Nigga, what the fuck does structural integrity mean?
Took out when you swallow.
I'm a YouTuber, not a mathematician. What the hell? I ain't a scientist.
Food. It's supposed to go down your esophagus, which leads to your stomach. But there's this different route that leads to your lungs called the trachea. And the trachea sits right next to your esophagus.
You know what would be a crazy bar for some rappers? Hey, yeah, my dick so long that when she suck it, it get down to a trachea. Hey, I ain't Zach D Films, but I really break. Nah, I lost it. All right, I lost it.
Now, when you swallow, the fleshy parts in your throat move over the trachea, so the food won't go down it. But sometimes,
Not tough,
if you eat too
trash.
fast,
My fault, y'all. One day job 9 L bars. Why does it got to be sexual? Well, I didn't want it to be sexual, but that's the only thing that came to my mind when I said, like, when I heard trachea, right? And I thought about rappers, and it just kind of, you feel me? Yeah, my fault, y'all. L joke.
The fleshy parts of your throat don't do their job, and the food goes down your trachea, also known as the wrong pipe. When you swallow food,
a bit off more than I could chew at.
If you lose your leg, the skin will close up over the stump and you'll be legless the rest of your life.
Okay.
This is true for almost all creatures, but there is an amphibian called an...
Why does he look like this? I thought you would. What? Bro, wasn't he whiter earlier in the video? Am I tweaking? I thought he was a lot whiter. You feel me? I'm not judging by skin tone. Maybe he just got a tan or some shit. Is this the same person?
Axolotl that does.
Calling Zach chopped is crazy. I ain't calling him chopped. I mean, he looked good, but at the same time, that nigga got a tan. He went from looking like a white suburban civilian to, like, you feel me? You know, maybe he from India or
something different. You
maybe
see, when this
like
creature
curry and shit.
loses
I
a
don't know.
limb, the wound quickly closes up to prevent infections. But shortly after, a mass of cells known as a blastema form at the injury. As these cells grow, they morph into bone, nerve, and skin cells. And over time, these cells entirely rebuild the creature's limb from the inside out. If you lose your
I low-key zoned out because he started using he started using vocabulary words and that shit. I'm not gonna lie. He started using grammar words. But cool, I guess.
When you shave a hair, you expect it to grow back normally. But occasionally, as the hair grows, it will actually curl back into...
Don't this mean you got AIDS or something? Like, I'm not joking either. Like, when you get ingrown hairs, doesn't that mean you got AIDS?
the skin. This leads to what's known as an
Y'all saying but like, bro, I'm just sexually educated in things like that. I actually paid attention in sex ed.
ingrown hair. Now, most people think
hair.
you're just supposed to pluck these out, but that will actually just irritate the area more. If possible, you should guide the tip of the hair in the right direction.
Okay, stop calling
so
me
it
189.
continues
I
to
don't
grow
have it.
correctly. When you shave
Inserting Q-tips in your ear actually just push.
Okay, I actually heard about this. I heard about this. Yeah, you're not supposed to do that. What you're supposed to do is get like aren't you supposed to get like a water spout and then spray it in your ear and just let that shit fall out? I'm pretty sure.
Pushes most of the earwax further in. This is so bad for you that even the Q-tip box says not to do it.
Which here's my thing with these. Okay, if you're not supposed to put it in my ear, what do I need a Q-tip for? Dead ass, think about it. What else do you use Q-tips for, bro? I ain't gonna lie. Just use drops? You have ear drops? Eyes? Bro, I don't want a fuzzy ball on my eyes. What are you talking about, bro? Nose? Bro, why don't I just use a tissue or my fingers? Nigga, y'all don't be... Like, I'd rather pick my nose than use a Q-tip. That's just extra steps. I'm not gonna lie. Electronics? I mean, I guess, but like, bro, what? Ill cloud? Y'all telling me y'all don't pick y'all nose, bro? So if nobody's around in your room, you in your room, closed door, you feel a booger in like the top of your nose, you telling me you're not just picking that shit out? What? Stop acting like y'all don't do that. I'm not saying in public, but like in private, y'all don't pick y'all nose? What? One gold digger not? Bro, I'm not gonna let y'all get this off. Y'all pick y'all noses. I'm not the only one who does that. I'm not letting y'all get that off. What are y'all talking about? Hell no. See, I hate when niggas cap for the camera, bro. What?
But odds are you'll still use them even after watching this video. Why? Well, using Q-tips leads to what dermatologists refer to as the itch-scratch cycle.
It do be feeling satisfying, though.
The more you use them, the more your ears itch. And the more your ears itch, the more you use them. Inserting...
Y'all, are y'all finna call me a gold digger for the next hour? Brother. Oh, y'all... I hate... when people be acting different for the camera. Y'all know y'all know. Bro, if you are in your room, right? Nobody's around. You don't got no tissues in the room. You are not finna go to the bathroom, get a tissue, just to pick your nose. You're just finna... That's what you're finna do. Stop lying. Stop lying. Okay, damn. Yes, we pick our nose, chills. Okay, thank God. Because y'all finna make me look like a weirdo. Nah.
Q-tips in your
I wash my hands after,
actually
but shit.
just pushes most of the earwax further in. This is so bad for you that even the
Okay, sure.
When Pinocchio lies, his nose grows. So what would happen if he said, "My nose is about to grow"? If it did not grow...
Low-key, that is a very good question. Do y'all think it grows? Or do y'all think it shrinks? Also, does Pinocchio's nose ever shrink? We always hear about it getting longer, but does it ever shrink? Does it have like a, you feel me? Like what? Like if he tells the truth, does it like shrink or something? He dies? His nose will be in the middle? Imagine if it was a dick type of curse. See, why y'all gotta make everything sexual, bro?
Then that would mean he was lying, which would
gotta cut
cause
it
his
off?
nose to
That's
grow.
painful, though.
But his nose growing would then indicate that he was not lying, which means his nose should have never grown. What do you think would happen?
I think his nose would grow, low-key. Because it doesn't grow naturally. But at the same time, yeah, I see the dilemma.
When you pull the trigger of a gun, it releases a pin which strikes the primer at the base of the cartridge.
Okay.
Inside this cartridge is a chemically explosive substance known as smokeless powder.
All right.
The impact from the firing pin ignites this powder.
Cloud knows all about this. Why are you saying that? Because it's a gun? Huh? Because I'm black? Is that what you're saying it? Just because I'm black doesn't mean I play with guns.
Powder inside the cartridge, creating a high-pressure gas that rapidly expands. This energy pushes forward and forces the bullet out of the cartridge, driving it down the barrel of the gun. When you pull...
Niggas be racist in my chat. What are you talking about, bro? Cloud got ops? Brother, I am a suburban kid. I went to private schooling. I live in the same neighborhood. I be seeing white people walk their dogs down my street. I'm a good kid. Stable household, 2 parents, loving family. I never went to sleep, bro. I got food downstairs waiting for me, bro. I ain't ever went to sleep with an empty stomach, my nigga. I am privileged. I am safe. Like, what?
In 1970,
I've never shot a gun a day in my life. That's cap.
A doctor removed the head of a monkey and transplanted it with another.
I thought he was finna say he transplanted it with a black person. I was about to click off the fucking video on me. I was finna click off.
One painstakingly.
I thought that's what. Y'all can call me racist. I just thought it was gonna go down that route.
Connecting the tissues in the neck to the donor head. Now, the monkey survived, regained consciousness, and was able to see and hear.
Lowkey, let's run an experiment. I'm finna call Stan. Lowkey. Are they streaming right now? Is Yo-Yo and Stanley streaming right now? Are they streaming right now? Cloud, I've been watching your YouTube for a year and a half. This is my first time in chat. Appreciate you. How you like it, twin? They not streaming? Okay, I'm finna call Stan. I hate Do Not Disturb Princesses. I ain't gonna lie. If he egos me, I'm gonna be so pissed. I'm letting y'all know that.
Mr. Cloud, I'm on stream.
Oh, you on stream? Okay, I got a quick question for you. I'm on stream too. Okay, Lowkey.
Okay.
Listen to me. All right. So I'm watching this Zach D Films video, right?
Okay.
And it's about how monkeys, you could cut off a head of a monkey and then attach a different monkey head on it, and it will just come back to life, right? So, low key, I was thinking, what if when I come to Austin in the future, we run, me, you, and Yo-Yo run an experiment. I'll be the scientist. I'm gonna cut your head off first, right? And then I'm gonna cut Yo-Yo's head off, and then I'm gonna put it on your body. How you like that?
Okay, let me make sure I get all the facts right.
Okay.
You're wanna, is that you? Oh no, that's the video, my fault.
Yeah.
So you want
Wait, what?
me to come down to, you wanna come down to Austin
Yeah.
and give head. Is that what I heard, or did I make that up?
I need new friends. All right, let's get back to it. I need new friends. I was just trying to make a joke. I was trying to make a little funny joke. Ha ha ha. All he had to do was laugh. Yeah, he's doing shit like that. He could have been like, ha 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 ha, you're short, or something like that. What are you talking about? I'm giving head. Now it's a clip. Now it's gonna be on TikTok. Now it's gonna go. I don't know. Now it's gonna go triple platinum because anything that's embarrassing for me goes viral. So yeah.
But the spinal cord couldn't be connected, so the monkey was unable to move its body. And while the procedure was technically successful, the monkey only lived for a few days.
This is still the craziest experiment I've seen.
If you find yourself in a room with walls closed.
Okay, why are you in a room with the walls closing? That's the first question. Yo, how do you find yourself in this situation? I'm not Indiana Jones. Like, bro, no.
Closing in, most people will immediately begin to panic. But this wastes time and energy. Instead, look for any mechanism or button that might stop the wall.
Brother, if the walls are closing in on me, I'm finna be saying prayers and hoping that my browser history gets deleted by my mom. I ain't gonna lie. Or somebody else. I ain't gonna hold you before my family gets into this shit. Anyway. But at the same time, I'm not finna be thinking about trying to stop that shit, bro. The fuck? I'm not finna look around. Think I'm finna die.
Walls. If you can't find one, use any available objects to wedge between where the walls are.
And that shit will get crushed.
are moving, providing more resistance to slow them down. If that fails, try climbing up and find a space above the moving walls where you can escape the crushing force.
You know what else you could do? Or stay home. Yo, just don't go outside. You don't gotta be put in that situation if you don't put yourself in that situation. Say, chat. Oh, so what the fuck? Huh?
If you find yourself
Bro would call Kelsey one last time.
If you lost your finger, most people assume you'd be fingerless the rest of your life. But if you manage to get to a hospital quick enough with your cleanly severed finger that isn't too damaged, a surgeon can meticulously connect the tiny blood vessels and the tiny nerve.
And this is why surgeons get paid more than streamers. Right here. I'm not gonna lie. Cause how can you possibly do something like that? That's crazy. That's why ChatGPT is a bad thing. Because if I had a surgeon and he didn't really pay attention into the schools and he wasn't really studying up on the test, I'm not gonna lie, I'm fried. I'm so scared for Gen Z to become doctors, bro. I'm not gonna lie. If my finger gets cut off, or or if I have a limb that gets cut off, and my doctor greets me by saying, "What's good?" type shit. Hey, Lowkey, do you see some of the nurses? They lucky kind of fine shit. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I'm fried. If that nigga uses fine shit, hoes, or any brain rot word, I'ma just die. Like I'ma pick up matter of fact, I'm gonna pick up my arm and just leave. Because whatever he does is gonna, you feel me, is gonna, you feel me, I'm gonna end up worse. I'm gonna just get, why do I sound like XQC right now? I'm gonna be cooked, all right?
Which reestablishes blood flow and sensation. And if this is done with expert precision, your finger can be
He's stitching you up and he says the hoe's gonna love this.
attached, restoring its normal function. If you lost your finger, if your ear gets ripped off, you can actually take some cartilage from your rib cage. Then a doctor will carve it into the shape of an ear and place it into a pocket of skin on your forearm. Inside your arm,
What?
it develops and forms new blood vessels and skin. Once it is fully developed, the new ear is removed from your arm. The new blood vessels are attached to your ear hole, and the skin is carefully stitched to your head, giving you a new ear.
How? What? Bro, the human body is scary. How is that even possible? Y'all think y'all still be able to hear? But aren't there like the hearing organs like in your brain? I think you low-key could. That's low-key witchcraft, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Look, again, doctors, we need y'all to lock in, because if I ever end up in this situation, I don't want a doctor trying to heal my ear talking about, yeah, the hoe's gonna love this. I stole that from somebody in chat. I don't care. That's gonna be a clip.
When an ant bites you, it grabs your skin with its pinchers. But it's not actually the pinchers that hurt you. You see, the ant uses them to hold on to your skin, but then they bend their bodies.
Low-key, ants are the greatest eaters of all time. And the reason why I say that, right? Nigga, you're telling me you're gonna put your claws into my skin and just never let go? What? Plus, okay, not even on some crazy horny shit, right? On some regular shit. Nigga, they literally be scouting for food. As soon as they find it, they report back to camp. They tell everybody, yo, we got some grub, let's go. Nigga, everybody be trailing out, making sure, rolling out like a whole squad deep. Getting the food and bringing it back to base. And now they feasting. That shit tough. Gang young ones? How is that dirt? See, y'all be trying to make everything I say dirty. They low-key the greatest eaters of all time. Their whole life revolves around eating. But like, nigga, I just explained that shit. I'm not gonna explain that shit to y'all again, bro. Come on, bro.
Upwards and stab you with their stinger. Now, because they're holding on to you with such a good grip.
Pause? Bro, did y'all not just hear my explanation? They go get food. One of the scout ants finds the food, reports back to camp, hey, yo, we got grub out there, come slide. All of them go slide like a unit, take the food back, now they happy. greatest eaters of all time. Who's putting that much effort into eating, bro? Let's think about it. Who is? Who else is putting that much effort? Cause I'm not nigga react. All right, bro.
It allows the ant to sting you multiple times in the same area. This injects you with their venom, which causes that sharp stinging pain. When an ant bites you, if you step on a pressure release
Okay, let's do like 5 more of these, then we out.
mine, theoretically, it would trigger a spring mechanism inside that pulls back a
Bro expects us to say W eaters. I'm sorry I paused.
firing
That's
pin.
funny.
Now, if you stay completely still and don't step off, supposedly the firing pin won't move. But if you remove any weight, the firing pin hits a detonator, causing an explosion. Now, this idea was popularized by wartime propaganda and movies at the time. In reality, these mines don't actually operate like this. Most of them detonate as soon as any pressure is applied.
I was about to
If
ask,
you
why
step
would
on
they,
a pressure release mine,
I was about to ask, why would they like make it once you release, then it like explodes? Like, nigga, that leaves in room for failure.
if you feel a blockage in your ear, you might have a huge chunk of earwax stuck in the canal. This waxy substance is naturally produced by your body to protect.
I don't care.
There is a secret about Skittles that the company doesn't want you to know about. You see, they claim that the candy comes in 5 different flavors, but the actual truth
I've heard about
is
this.
that they all taste exactly the same. The only difference is their color and scent. And according to neuropsychologists, that's enough to trick your brain into thinking they have.
I promise you, the lemon ones taste like lemon. The lemon ones no. All of the rest of them, I agree. The lemon ones taste different. I don't care. I stand on that shit. I stand on that shit. The lemon ones taste different. I'm gonna keep it a beam. And the red one's always the best.
Have different flavors. There is a secret.
If you get a blister, most people assume you're When a gun shoots a bulletproof vest, the bullet will hit and possibly tear through the first layer. These vests are made with multiple layers of super tough fibers that catch and slow down the bullet. Upon impact, the vest's fibers disperse the bullet's force, lessening it. And while the impact can still cause broken ribs and bruising, the vest keeps the bullet from entering your body.
Damn, nigga, you didn't even succeed though, bro. If I'm still getting broken limbs, bro. If I'm finna wear a vest, I'm expecting to be like safe. What you telling me? What you talking about? I'm getting broken ribs. Isn't that supposed to like defeat the whole purpose? Like what?
Most people think soda tabs have this hole so you can turn it around and stick a straw
I promise you, nobody thinks that. That is a new concept to me.
through it. This prevents the straw from bobbing around, keeping it in place. And while this is a pretty handy trick, it isn't the actual reason for this hole. You see, the original soda tabs had a hole big enough to stick your finger through. And
Why?
this was because in the original design, you literally had to peel and pull the can open. Now, when soda company switched to this new design, they kept the hole as a relic from the older tabs, and also because it saves on aluminum. Most people think soda
Okay. Huh. Hey, huh. I got a land truck who's stopping me. That property, monopoly. Okay. Let me stop popping out. All right, a couple more. Actually, this time. All right, because we gotta move on. If y'all know that song, you a W. What are you talking about? Ass? That's Lucky. That's not me.
If you cut a pylonidal cyst in half, you'd probably find a clump of hair inside. Now, these
Ew.
hairs typically fall from your head and down the back of your shirt. And as you ruffle around throughout the day, they move down to this area and eventually embed into your skin.
How is that even possible? Like, nigga, what? It's just hair.
Your body perceives them as a foreign object, and the area becomes inflamed. Now, this can eventually
And
cause
it's just gonna suck it up into the skin.
a cyst to form
That's why
that
barbers wear
entraps
gloves.
more and
Makes
more
sense.
hairs as they fall. If you
That makes sense. That's why they be wearing the black hairs and shit.
Did you know the tongue is actually not the strongest muscle in the body?
On me, Let me chill.
The human tongue is technically not even a muscle. It's a group of 8 muscles that control different
What do y'all think is the
functions.
strongest bone in y'all body,
What is the
chat?
strongest
I mean,
muscle in the human body? Well, the muscle that exerts the most force based on its weight is this muscle on your face called the masseter. It's responsible for giving humans biting strength as great as 200 pounds.
Say
Did
it so
you
I
know
can get the
tongue
clip?
is actually not the strongest muscle in the body?
Yes, your dick. Okay, I said it. Get the clip.
The bullet was shot at the house and ended up going straight through. Inside, a woman and her fiance froze as the stray bullet headed straight for her. But in between them,
There is no way a Stanley Cup saved her life. This would be the greatest Stanley advertisement ever. Not only are you getting water from it, but it's also life-saving. Hey! Stanley's! Not only refreshing your palates, but it's saving them too. Hey, Stanley.
her trusty tumbler filled with ice water was sitting
Damn it, why didn't you just say it was a Stanley Cup?
squarely on the table. And instead of hitting her, the bullet struck the cup.
Okay, let's go back real quick.
Instead of hitting her,
Okay, I got a question for y'all. If you were with your girl, right? Not your wife, your girl, all right? And somebody was trying to rob y'all, right? You was like, hell nah, and he points and shoots at your girl. All the guys in the chat, are you dead? Are you finna save your girl by getting in front of the bullet? Or are you, or L stutter, my fault. Or are you finna just watch it happen and just do nothing? Depends. Fuck no. No. Save her, then beat the living shit out of him? Nigga think he's Superman. The fuck? You think you finna... Okay, if you... Okay. It is hypothetical. If you save this girl, it's a bullet. So, I'm not talking about, I'm Superman. Bam! Bullet to the ground. Hey! Nah, nigga, you finna die. So, like, I'm talking about, no! Pow! No. I love you, baby. I love you. Why did I do it? Because of our love. It's so, like, that type of shit. Like, on some movie shit. That's what I'm talking about. Would y'all do it? Would y'all do it? She gone? I ain't gonna lie. I would probably freeze. Hey, that's the realest answer, bro. Low-key, I'm not gonna lie, bro. If I'm in that situation, bro, and it's my girlfriend, not my wife, I'll bring flowers to the funeral. I'm gonna keep it a bean. I'm gonna bring the nicest, bro. I'll bring the nicest, most freshest flowers you've ever seen. I'm gonna drop like at least 50 on the flowers. Okay, not 50, like maybe like 25. But at the same time, bro, I ain't gonna lie. Dang, that shit gonna be tough. I'm gonna see the bullet pass me by. I'm like, damn, she shot you, not me. Shit. Soon as she get to the ground, I'm gonna be like, damn, Oh, you still got the gun? I'm running. Oh, soul, I'm running. Love you, babe. Soul, I'm running, nigga. You ain't fast, Cloud. I will be fast that day. I will be fast. Now, if it's my wife, it depends on, like, you feel me, where we're standing. If we've been on good standings recently, I'll save you. I'll save you. If not, we had a good run. Now, my kids, I'm saving my kids. That's not even a question. But, like, you feel me? I don't know.
her, the bullet struck the cup. It sparked against the metal before tumbling harmlessly to the ground, saving her life.
Greatest tumbler, Stanley, whatever commercial ever is right here. They just got to take it.
If your eyeballs fully popped out
hell
of,
no.
if you were swallowed by a sperm whale, you would be
Jonah.
squeezed down its massive throat. You'd continue down the esophagus and into a series
This would be the most disgusting thing ever.
of stomach chambers that are
hell
filled with
no.
digestive acids. And these acids would immediately start breaking down
Ew.
your body. But even if you managed to avoid the acid, the lack of air inside the whale would quickly cause you
Plus, it would stink too. Like, imagine the smell.
to suffocate. Snakes will sometimes eat their own tails, mistaking it for prey. This happens when they're under extreme stress,
They literally eat themselves alive.
causing them to become confused. In this state, their natural urge to hunt and eat is so strong that they don't realize that they are eating their own tail.
Do they
and
not
if
feel
they
it?
swallow enough of it, it can get stuck in their intestines and cause a blockage. This blockage can cause permanent damage and can often be fatal.
So they die from eating their own ass. Yeah, they stupid as shit. I'm not gonna lie.
If you shot
Last
a
one.
gun at a
Nah,
if you
no,
if you shot a gun at another gun and the bullets happen to collide, they would most likely shatter due to the high-speed impact. But sometimes, if the bullets are made of the same material and the conditions were just right, the intense heat and pressure of the collision could cause the bullets to fuse together.
Two bullets coming together to make mega bullet. Mega Glock. It is.
Into one lump of metal.
That'd be cool to see in real life. All right, I think that's it. You know what? One
If
more
you
can hurt.
fire a bullet that ricochets off of 3 platforms, some people think it could
Oh! R.I.P. R.I.P. Johnny
come
Sins.
back and kill the shooter. But is this actually possible? Well, first, the bullet would need to hit at just the right angle to be redirected
Imagine.
back. And each of these hits would cause it to lose large amounts of energy and speed. It could technically come back and hit you, but it would no longer be at a lethal speed.
Bulletproof ass head. Okay, last one for real.
When a snake is eating something really big, it has the ability to completely open its entire jaw. They can do this
No
because
aura
their
death?
jaw bones aren't rigidly fixed to their
Okay.
skull. Instead, they're connected with flexible ligaments that can stretch and move.
That's so crazy, bro. Okay, so Lowkey, walk with me, all right? Hear me out. Hear me out. Hear me out. All right, look, hear me out, right? Why niggas saying that's my new girl? You disgusting. See, I ain't even gonna say it no more.
Once the head of the prey is inside their mouth, strong muscles inside the snake contract in a wave-like motion.
I'm not gonna lie. Hear me out. Hear me out. Hear me out. Hear me out. Okay, y'all see the vision? Y'all see the vision? Y'all see the vision? Y'all see the vision? I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
This pushes the animal down the esophagus and into the stomach.
I'm not gonna. Yo, let's see if the comments are on the same type of timing. Stanley, appreciate you for the right to Why am I doing all of this, bro? Why am I doing all of this, nigga? Hey man, look, if you was interested in seeing what we was doing, we was just talking about how snakes could low-key be good girlfriends on some shit. If you can't tell why, shit. Hey.
Strong
Hey.
muscles inside the snake contract in a wave-like motion. This pushes the animal down the esophagus and into the stomach.
I'm just saying. Okay, we're done. We're done. Finito. 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 We're done. Have a fantastic stream, my guy. Appreciate you, Stan.